Cheese. Yep. Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody.
What's
I don't
going
know
on,
if
Alan,
anyone's.
Ems, and Leanne?
I
How are
don't know
you
how
all? And
many.
Lindsay?
I don't know how many people are here already, but welcome everybody to today's Sunday Spiel. Hopefully, God, your grin. I've just seen that. Hopefully, everyone's doing well.
We're
We don't really have.
dedicated.
We don't really have a topic for today, so we're just gonna chat with you guys today. So any comments, any questions, throw them in there, and we're just gonna talk and have fun, I guess. So yeah,
Oh,
it's actually been a very good weekend for me. I think I've done about 550, £600 this weekend, which is really
What's
good.
what's your average weekend?
Not that, like 400 maybe, 350, 400 on an average. And then sometimes, like last weekend, it was dead. Like absolutely trashed last weekend. I don't think I did much last weekend at all. So it's nice to have a good weekend. And then Friday I did okay as well. I think Friday I did about 100, and then yesterday I ended on 280, and then today is just under I think what I did yesterday or something. I can't remember. I'd have to look. It's around the 500, 550 mark or something like that. Maths ain't my forte.
Nothing's my forte. Reselling's my forte.
Can you all hear them? Do we have audio? Can you check whether we're broadcasting audios?
Nobody's mentioned that we haven't, so everyone's
Old,
saying hello.
old school Flips just asked if you can hear them. So
Yeah, Em says he can hear. Em says she can hear.
can hear both fine. Okay, are we both about the same volume? Because I've done Joe's on a different mic, so I've had to edit his audio a little tiny bit, but I can hear them fine. Cool.
Kath says he
Yeah.
can
So
hear.
you've been experimenting a lot on your channel with like short videos and different kind of content. How's that been going?
I enjoy doing the short videos because you get to have a little bit of fun with them. They're quick and easy to make. They're not very popular. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people dislike them. I believe a lot of people are disliking them. But I did start a second channel just for my Pokemon.
All
Closet
right.
Geeks Pokemon, if you want to check that
I'm
out.
quiet. Hang
Quick little plug. But
on. I should be a bit
all
louder now.
all of my Pokemon content's going on there. But I am doing reselling shorts as well, which I find really fun. And I'm watching a lot of reselling shorts, and they're not very popular. And I just want to join in with it, have a bit of fun, join the choo-choo train. But it is what it is. And I do carry on doing my everyday long videos, which I enjoy just as much. But the short videos takes me less than 5 minutes to make and edit.
True.
So
So for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, there's like this phase going on YouTube right now. It was in the reseller community. It was started by James Collects. You guys probably know who he is. He put up one about Pokemon and it went viral. Viral for resellers. I think it ended on like 300
it
or
wasn't
something
really a
thousand.
reselling one though. It's a collector's one for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I knew as soon as I saw that everyone was going to jump on this bandwagon of doing these short videos. But for me, it's not really my cup of tea. I don't like seeing them like fill up my timeline on the subscriber box. But
I'll tell you what I do like the way you like gloss your lips and make direct eye contact. It's really sexy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually a cocoa butter lip balm from Waitrose. It cost me like 75p. It was on sale for anyone that's interested.
It only makes
Mm.
it better.
I get really bad lips during the winter. I don't know if anyone else gets this. I think it's because like the humidity is different. Like my lip cracks all the time, so I have to keep using lip balm and stuff. Otherwise,
I use this really, really nice and cheap and easy moisturizer for my lips. It's called Monster Energy Drink. It just hydrates your lips and it makes them.
pure sugar, pure sugar. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't like the shorts. I feel like you're inviting a lot of people into your channel that have no um not concentration. What's it called? Like what's it called? What's the thing called when you have no something span, like attention span? They have no attention span. Like
It's
they'll
only been released in
subscribe
India, though,
because
isn't it?
I don't
I
know,
don't know.
they'll
I just enjoy
subscribe,
it.
and then you'll do like a long video, and then they'll come in and they'll see, oh, it's 10 minutes. Screw this, and then they'll leave. You know what I mean?
Do you not see my short where I was in the bin? And
Yeah, I saw that one, and then I saw the one where you smashed the game, and I was like, no, don't smash it. And
the game was. I wouldn't have done it if the game was fine. But I don't know if you know much about video games. Obviously, you do because you're selling them. But on the shiny side, if that side's scratched, you can fix it. But on the other side, if that side's scratched, it scratches off the data, so it's unfixable. That game was unfixable. I wouldn't have done it to a game that I could have resold.
I didn't realize the data went all the way through the disc.
The data is on the other side. So the side with the picture on, if you scratch that, you look it up into the light, you shine the disc into the light, you can see all the way through the disc at that point.
Okay.
If you can see all the way through the disc, like it's a clear disc, that disc does not work anymore. It's bin worthy.
What is my best day, sale day ever, both pounds and number of sales? Number of sales, probably like 15, something like that. To be honest, I average around like 8 on an average. 8 to 10 is my average, and then obviously I have trash days where you like do 2. But on average, I go between like 7 or 8, something like that. As for like monetary best day, it would have to be the day where I sold the camera lenses and all that on auction, because they ended up going for like 600 and something, and the day ended on like £799 or something, which is for a single person working on their own. That's a lot of money to get in one day. But then in the grand scheme of things, like you watch some other people, especially from America, like if you watch Garage Flips, or I think it's called Shed Flips now, like he'll sell so much stuff in a day, and you're like, man, that's got to be like $500, $600, $700 a day every day. Like that guy's making bank, and his guy gives him his stuff for like near nothing as well.
I don't know if you watch Trace After the Right Price, but he does mostly retail arbitrage. He does do a lot of like garage sales and stuff like that as well. But over Q4, he does about $50,000 a month.
That's mental. Yeah, but retail arbitrage, 50,000 a month. Is it really 50,000? Like,
obviously, the profit there would have been like around 50%. They work on, don't they? So it'd be 25,000 profit if it was all RA, and then you got your taxi, VAT, and everything. Obviously,
how do they get so much RA? That's 50% profit.
It's like all the Walmarts.
Wait, is it 50% profit, or it would have to be 100% profit, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd be double your money. Yeah,
yeah, so 100% profit. Okay, how do they work on those margins? That's crazy. Like, how do they even find that stuff RA?
I've stopped working on their margins. I have stopped working on their margins because the way I want to grow.
No, but what I'm saying is, how is he finding that much RA that's double the price?
Obviously, it's all tips and tricks, when the sales go on and picking them up at the right time. Obviously, I'm not keen on RA. I don't think it's great for making big numbers and making your turnover really, really high. Obviously,
but like the profit margins, just
that's what I want to be on, is the profit margins. Obviously, I'd much rather pay £1 for something and sell it for £10 than pay £50 for something and sell it for £100.
Yep.
And that's the way my business works on.
My individual purchases, like when I buy one item from a CARBOOT or a charity shop or something like that, generally I would say rule of thumb, like 8 to 10 times what I've paid for it normally. Obviously, the higher end stuff, the higher the price of the item, the harder it is. You can buy a video game for £1 and get £10 for it easily. That's not hard. When you're looking at like consoles and stuff like that, it's hard to get a console for £10 and always sell it for £100. Like that's really difficult. So the margins do get smaller, but obviously when you're selling loads of consoles you paid 20 quid for and they're selling for £60-70, you're not 10 times in your money, but like that's a big chunk of profit every time. So your margins can be not as high. But unlike the individual things, I do aim for around 8 to 10 times my money.
Well, that's the thing, because obviously the gaming market is so saturated. There's so many people doing
True.
it. So many people. It's such an easy thing to do.
What's up, Sam?
Finding video games is just so easy. It's such an easy entry level thing to do as a reseller. And although it is still one of my bread and butter items, it's not my main fix now. I'm obviously going off the beaten track, and I'm doing things nobody else is picking up, things nobody are thinking about. People are working from home. People have to work from home at the minute. What do they need that they have in the office that's not at home? Printers, computers, laptops, monitor screens, all of these things here. I'm picking all of these up dirt cheap because nobody wants them and businesses are closing down, so they're getting rid of them. I'm picking up all this stuff dirt cheap. I'm making 10 times my money on it.
Yeah. What was we talking about before we started the live? Oh, that was it. The wholesale vintage clothing. Like everyone's kind of jumping into clothing now. I don't know whether it's just because people are struggling to find like stuff on Facebook, so everyone's going for like the wholesale where they can get 100 items in at once, which keeps them afloat kind of thing. But I don't know whether there's that much profit in the vintage wholesale stuff right now. Like I see everyone's doing all of like buying from different places. I saw Chris from Cookie and the Hayden got a load. He actually got some really good stuff by the looks of the video I saw. And then there's obviously Vault Vintage and all the other ones. But I don't know whether there's that much money in it, to be honest.
The thing is, obviously, the YouTubers that are doing the videos, obviously there is so much. I'm no longer a subscriber to George Ross. I don't enjoy his content anymore. But there's so much buzz around his video about his Vault Vintage one. I went and watched it, and obviously a lot of people have their own opinions about it, and they've done in the comment section. If you look in the comment section, people are saying, well, you know, you say you haven't been sponsored, but then you've actually pinned the comment from the person you bought it off of to the top of the chat, which he had pinned it, where he's promoted himself on the chat. So he knew who he was selling to. He's obviously cherry-picked it, and everybody's jumped the bandwagon and started buying it. I don't believe...
So, I don't know what George Ross has done, whether he's taken a sponsorship or what. The drama is irrelevant to me. I really don't care about the drama. But what I would like to do is an experiment. I don't know which company it would be with. Maybe I would end up doing it with all of them. But what I would like to do is I would like to order a bundle in my name, like as in the flipping sloth name, to my address, and then order one to my parents' house under a random name, and then like unbox them both at the same time, side by side, and see if there actually is like a bias when you add the YouTube name and how much the bias is. Obviously, doing it once is probably not a very good conclusion to come to. But if the difference is drastic because they've seen like a YouTube name, that'd be interesting. Obviously, I wouldn't target one company. I don't even know whether I would say what company it was from, but it'd be a good experiment to just say, look, these companies out there, I'm not going to say the name. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. It would depend. But just to have both come in at the same time and be like, this one come out of the no-name one. Oh, and look at this one. It came from my one when they knew I was a YouTuber. Like, I feel like that would be a good idea, but...
I think that would make good content, but then that's kind of like singling out. That would be like singling out a company. I don't
think I'd put the name, or I don't know. Maybe if it was terrible. The thing is, though, like
that's the thing is because I've seen people calling out companies for doing it. There was another.
I don't want to get sued for that.
There was another company that sold a box to another person. Then they done a video review on that, and they weren't happy with it, which I wouldn't have been happy with either. But you know, that then there's comments back and forth, and I didn't like that. I just don't believe that. I think as a YouTuber, I am going to turn around. I'm going to bulk buy, and if I'm going to be filming it, I will turn around to them and say, "Hello, I'm looking to buy this pallet. I'm planning to open it on camera, but I will mention that to my subscribers as well because I'm in it because I want my pallets to be good. When I buy a pallet, I want it to be good. So if they sugarcoat it because I say I'm a YouTuber, That's brilliant. But I will mention to people, they might have sugarcoated this.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna like, I feel like that's fine if you don't mention the company name in the video.
Mm.
I feel like if you go to a wholesaler and you say, I'm a YouTuber, this is what I'm going to make a video, but I'm not going to put your name, and then they give you extra stuff, that's fine. But I feel like if you say, oh, I'm this person, I'm ordering, and then you give their name on the video, people are still going to buy that, and then they're going to get less than you did. Even if that's not the intention of what you're trying to... You're trying to get more for yourself, which is understandable. But that's going to pass on to someone, because how do they know how terrible or how good an actual one is until they buy one? Then they're never going to know. So I don't know. It's a tough one when you're doing content, you know, because they're trying to promote themselves through a video. They're always gonna buff what they give you. Like, any company that didn't do that would be stupid business wise, if that makes sense. Like, if they knew, oh, there's a YouTuber, 20,000 subs, who said he's buying a thing, 99.999% of companies out there would buff the box. Like, of course they would.
I did buy a pallet once. It was from Nuki, and it was a returns toys pallet.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention to them. I just literally ordered it online, clicked, paid for it, gave my delivery address. It got delivered. I'd done a video on it. I sent them a message saying, thank you for the pallet. I was happy. Here's a video if you want to see it, or if you want to use that to promote your company. And then they messaged me saying, oh, fantastic. That's brilliant. Thank you. If you ever want to order from me again, I'll give you 10% off. But they didn't know I was a YouTuber when I ordered from them, because they're a big company. How are you going to turn around to a big company like that and say, hey, guys, I'm a YouTuber. I want to buy your stuff? It's kind of like saying, social influencers. It's kind of how social influencers work, isn't it? But I would use it. I would use my name to get myself better deals, because obviously my business comes first. It is about growing my business. This whole channel is about growing my business.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. I'm not talking about Josh. I didn't. George. I didn't even watch his video. So the drama that happened or didn't happen, that's like over my head. I have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about if I want to do pallets, or if I want to do some sort of wholesale, because like I was mentioning, lots of people are getting into the vintage wholesale, and to be honest, I don't know whether there's even good margins in this vintage wholesale. Everyone's
it's
jumping
like a
on
double
it.
up, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
at best maybe a double, and if you're lucky you might get a triple up, or whatever it's called when you times 3 your money. But you have to work. If you're getting an order of 100 clothes in, and your margin is to double up, that is a lot of work to double your 200 quid or whatever. A lot of work.
but not only that, you've got to take into consideration, if you've paid £100 for it, you're making £200 for it. You've got to pay 10% eBay fees, so that's £20. You've got to pay 5% PayPal fees if you're still using PayPal like me. That's £10. That's £30 off it as well. Then you've got your profits you have to pay tax on. You're not making that much. £200 turnover, you might be making £50 profit out of that. So it's just not worth it to me. It's not something that interests me. I am interested in buying clothes, but I'm interested in cherry picking my clothes from a charity shop when they're open.
Rob Lang says, not sure why people are bothered either way. Oh, wait, where'd that message go? Either way, it's not like we check in on George Clooney and make sure he's drinking Nespresso. Does he advertise Nespresso? Is that a thing? Is that why? I don't get the reference. Fundamentally, you got to do what's best for your business, either as a wholesaler or an individual seller. I get what you're saying. But there comes, you got to make a choice when you're like making YouTube videos. You have to make a choice. Like, if you're gonna say, like, I got this box and it's 100% impartial, this is what the average person's gonna get, and then it turns out that actually they knew who you were, so they sent you an extra 10% on top, like, and then 50 people go spend their money and they're not making any profit on it. I mean, I guess it comes down to morality, really. Like, how does that sit with you as a person? And again, I'm not mentioning anyone. This has got nothing to do with anyone in the community. I'm just saying, personally, for me, if I ever did like a wholesale video, I wouldn't want them to really know what I did. Like, if I made videos or not, that's kind of irrelevant.
I did consider, to be honest, yeah, I consider my YouTube as a tracking device for my business. So I can go back and be like, where was I a year ago? And 10 years time, I could turn around and say, where was I 5 years ago? Where was I 10 years ago? What was I like? What was I doing? What was I buying? How much have I grown since then? That's what I see my YouTube content as.
That's what I started, because I wanted to look back. And to be honest, you don't want to look back. It's scary at the stuff that you used to do.
Yeah.
Like, when I look back on my first CARBOOT video, like, I was picking up like some stupid stuff. Like, whew, it's almost to the point where, like, you want to take down those videos in case some new person comes along and thinks that's a good idea to pick it up. But then you're always covering your tracks. Like, what am I going to do in a year's time when a video I make last week looks terrible to me? Am I going to think that I should take that video down as well? You can't do that. Like, you have to just learn. You have to just go with it and improve as you go along, I guess. But yeah,
Vinny said it. As long as you tell your viewers you've let the wholesale know you're a YouTuber, I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. And that's what I would do if I was to turn around to them and say, this is what I plan to do.
I guess if you do that, and then in your video say, I'm not endorsing this company, like, I'm not telling you to go and buy this, I guess that makes sense.
Did you see my tax video where I done about what you can write off in your taxes?
I watched the first bit of it, and then I got bored. The first bit
was pretty much like a 5-minute disclaimer of me saying, I don't know much about taxes. I've had to pay for people to tell me that this is okay to say, because everybody else avoids the subject of taxes on YouTube, and I wanted to be a bit separate to everybody else. So I tried to do a video on that, out of my comfort zone. I think you can tell that 100% in my video by my facial expression, by my very dry voice. It's just hard work. It's something I will do in the future.
Mate, I don't know whether I could ever make a tax video. One, because it's a boring topic.
It's a topic everybody wants to know about, though.
And if you sugarcoat it to make it entertaining, then it kind of defeats the point, I guess. But I don't know. Like, I think the way you did it is probably a good way. Not actually talk about how you file your taxes, but just talk about some of the things that you can write off.
I don't file my taxes. I pay somebody else to do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But in terms of the video you did, yeah.
I messed it up. If I messed it up, then I'm the only person to blame. Whereas if I'm paying my accountant or I'm paying my bookkeeper to do that, and they mess it up, I could turn around and go, well, you've messed me up. It's not my fault. If that makes sense.
Kath said we need an example, but I don't know what I don't know what you mean by we need an example. If you let me know what example you want, then I'll come up with an example. I don't know what the context of that message was, unfortunately. Just be yourself, be honest. It's the most important thing. You can tell the YouTubers who are being themselves, but in fairness, some people are not comfortable on camera, so have to be different. Yeah, some people put on an act, but to be honest, the problem is when you start YouTube, like, everyone's awkward on camera, so you have to learn how to like finesse your video, if that makes sense, for yourself personally. And then some people buy into that bit too much, and then they like continue on with it like after they've learned how to like make videos, if that makes sense. Like, I think everyone has a camera voice, like, and everyone has an off-camera voice. Like, you have to, because an everyday voice is boring to listen to. Like, if I sat here and just spoke normally, like completely normally, I'd be like, hey guys, how you doing? Well, today we're going to be talking about CARBOOT.
I disagree with that, because I don't have a YouTube voice. My voice is my YouTube voice. It's what obviously, the drier I speak is the more uncomfortable I am with the situation or the video that I'm doing. But I've really, really tried to relax into my video over the last few weeks. I've tried to do videos that entertain me, not just entertain my viewers. That's what I've been concentrating on, trying to put a bit of my personality into my videos.
You definitely have a YouTube voice. I know you have a YouTube voice because I watch your videos.
What do you mean?
At the beginning of your videos, when you go, "Hey guys, today we're going to be doing this on the whiteboard. We're going to be writing on that is YouTube voice, and you can't deny it."
The reason I do that is because the microphone on my phone's a bit bugged up. I don't know if you noticed, but if you watch some of my videos, at the beginning it'll be like this, and then all of a sudden it'll go really loud.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like that's your YouTube voice. I think we busted you there. I think we got you.
My videos back.
You have to. You have to go watch it.
Where I scared Stacey.
I can't remember. The last one I watched was when you smashed the game. Yeah. But no, you definitely have a YouTube voice. But I think you have to, because you can't just. And it's not like. It's not like being fake or anything like that. I don't think. But...
I'll try and put on a posher voice for my YouTube videos from now on. Then.
You were like, hey a cup of tea.
I'm Jay, and I am an eBay reseller.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Sunday Spiel.
Here we have Jay Pins.
A sloth in the wild. I can't do that voice. Was it David Attenborough? Yeah. You should do a video like that. You should do a video like sneaking up on Stacey. Here we have Stacey.
Here we have Stacey in his natural environment.
And then he just turns around and stares at you. And then at the end of the video, you're like, he comes at you like he's going to attack you.
Sorry, he's probably not watching this, but I'm going to tell you this now. Right, Stacey has got mice on his side of the warehouse.
Oh, God.
They've made a little nest somewhere. He doesn't know where they are, but he's seen one of them run across, and he's scared of them. He hates it. So I went straight onto eBay and I bought some wind-up mice.
Oh my God! You just let them off?
I haven't done it yet. I've got to wait for them to turn up. But when they turn up, that's going in the video.
Yeah, gaming YouTubers are a good example of the voice, the YouTube voice. And to be honest, you get so used to doing it that you forget. Like, obviously, I streamed on Twitch for 5 years or 4.5 years, so I got used to putting on the kind of like. Not really like a too heavy, but like you can't just be. I don't know. I think if you just talk in your average voice, it gets boring. Like even like radio presenters don't sound like that in real life. People that talk on the radio do not sound like how they sound on the radio.
Is my YouTube voice good then? Have I got a good YouTube voice, or is it? Do I just sound like a twat?
You sound like a twat.
I mean, I thought I would have.
Yeah, you look like one as well.
You're still watching now, aren't you?
Maybe. My brother-in-law doesn't have a YouTuber voice. His videos are so boring. He's a gamer. Maybe you should tell him to get a YouTube voice. Someone mentioned a telephone voice. That's very true. If you listen to people like on the phone, they'll answer the phone and they'll be like, "Hello, oh, how are you doing? Nice to see you." And then they get off the phone and they just talk normally again. You're like, wait, what? Completely different voice.
Rich has just put down, I'm common as muck on and off of YouTube. Don't let anybody else change you.
That is such a lie. That's such a lie. In real life, you guys, I've met Rich in real life, okay? In real life, he's like, "Yo, what's up, everybody?" It's like walking around like, "My name's Richard," and then he gets on camera. He's like, "Hey guys, my name's Richard. I'm a YouTube reseller." As soon as the camera goes off, he's like, "All right, let's go get a hot dog."
Here's one for you. I've always been told I'm common as muck, which I am. I am pretty much common as muck. I got 6 brothers. I got 6 sisters. Half my family are travellers.
Jesus.
What? Do you not know that?
6 brothers and sisters.
I've got half my family are travellers.
Are they all from the same mum?
I don't know. No, 9 from my mum. 9 from my mum.
Not far off, is it?
But my ex's family turned around and said to her, "He's too common for you. You need to find somebody of higher class." And that's what I was told all the way through that relationship, and really put me down. But accept it. Common as muck. You are what you make yourself. I've made myself into what I am. I'm a £7 an hour chef. Do you know what I mean? That's what I am. But I'm here turning over 85,000 a year. You know, well, not that much.
Some of
yet,
the
but
richest people in the world started off as
yeah, look at Sir
uh,
Alan Sugar. He built
poor,
himself.
poor as anything. Yeah. Did you know that Geralt of EastEnders is his nephew?
Who? Which one?
Oh,
I don't.
niece. Sorry. I can't remember what her name was. One of the Mitchell's sisters.
So you watch EastEnders then?
No, I used to. I can't remember what her name was, but yeah, she's the niece of Alan Sugar. What was we even talking about? We was talking about.
Life Redefined says, if anybody says, "What's up, YouTube?" I instantly switch off. That's my new intro to every one of my videos. What's going on, YouTube?
There's his YouTube voice again, chat.
What's going on, YouTube? Big King ran his parts, bro. Do you get me?
Oh my god, is that supposed to be London?
I don't know. I doubt it. Like probably
Manchester or something.
It's probably like South Plymouth or something.
Do like the most random accent, like a Portsmouth accent or something?
I don't know how to do a Portsmouth accent. Wait, isn't Global Thrifters? They're from Portsmouth, aren't they?
I'm not sure.
But
Richard Branson started selling the school newsletter. Yeah, and Alan Sugar started selling sandwiches on a stall in London, I think, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they pretty much started out doing what we did, except for they didn't have eBay. They were just out on the markets and doing all that kind of stuff. But you'll find that what happened with them was they probably just got one like really lucky break. Like they bought into one thing and it got them a little bit of money, and then they invested it wisely.
I think it doesn't matter what your background is. You are what you make of yourself.
But what we was talking about, some people always go, "Oh, I'm unlucky. I'm such an unlucky person. All these people, they're so lucky. I'm never lucky." And it's like you have to create your own luck. If you sit on your ass and do nothing all day, then no luck is going to happen. If you're like looking for stuff on Facebook, then you might get lucky when someone just uploads something, and you might snag it. And then if you carry on doing that, then you might get lucky again. Like, is it really luck at that point, or is it just hard work? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing, though. Yeah, because obviously you do make your own luck. I've found my printer guy through luck, but that's because I constantly am looking. That as a Facebook Marketplace pickup. Found that guy through Facebook Marketplace.
But that's it. Like you was on Facebook, you found him, and then he was he the one that gave you numbers of other people as well?
But also, yeah, he's given me phone numbers for other people to put stuff off to me. But luck is not just luck. Obviously, you need to have knowledge as well. Because when you look at this, Stacey found the big, massive Pokemon card pickup. What we found, Stacey found that, and he said no to it. Because he didn't know. How lucky was he to find it? Or how lucky was he to find me who knew about Pokemon cards and say, yeah, no, that's worth a lot of money. We're going to go get that.
Did you go halves with him on that then?
Yeah, I went halves with him because he wasn't going to get it. And I goes, you're stupid if you don't get it. Can I have the contact? And he goes, why? How much is it worth? So I showed him. He goes, okay, well, as soon as you show me, we'll go halves. It was his contact. I was more than happy to go halves. He's made over 10 grand on it already. I've got £100,000 worth of Pokemon cards being graded, and that's the top end. Like that's the top end at the moment. It keeps going up and down, but you know that's from 150 quid.
Someone says you cannot win the lottery without it. I presume it means luck. Yeah, but you can say that about anything though. If you think about it, like how lucky are we that we were born in this era of the planet? Like to be born when there's like telephones, internet. How lucky were we to even be born in the first place? You're like one of like 7 billion education here if there's any little kids watching, like one of several billion sperm. Like you were the one that made it to the egg. Like that's pretty lucky. And then to be born in like in England, a nice pretty well off country, or America if you're in America, or some European country, to not be born in a country full of like mass poverty, like that's pretty lucky to end up in this era as a human being as well. Like you could have been an ant, or a pig.
Yeah, but you can't turn around and knock that because you've never been an ant. I'd love to be an ant in like a rainforest.
Yeah, but if you're an ant, you get stood on like in the street. You know what I mean? Like, You could have been a platypus, or you could have been a squid in the sea, like, but you ended up as a human in like this era in England. You know, like that's pretty. That's is that luck, or is that just like, I don't know? Everything's luck, really, or not? I stopped doing the lottery. If you invest £32 a month instead in shares or your business, you're guaranteed to win. Well, that's the thing. When I started doing eBay, I had £5. I could have put it on the lottery and won like a tenner, and I would have gone, "Oh, that was lucky. I won a tenner." But I mean, I've turned that £5 into what I do now, so I'd say that's way more lucky. But I work towards it, you know.
Everything what I've got started from £25 investment.
Exactly, and mine started from 5. So, like I said, if you'd put £25 on the lottery and you'd won £100, you would have said that's lucky, and you would have carried on with your life. But you chose to invest it wisely instead, and you've worked it up to what it is now. So, I don't know.
JR Reseller, no, there's a conversation. Sam says, "How unlucky are you when you're born ginger?" And JR Reselling says, "Ah, that's just unlucky, buds. You have no soul."
Exactly. Like, what is it? Ginger's like 1% of like the humans are ginger, right? So 1% people would normally say is lucky, but because it's ginger, everyone's saying it's unlucky.
Not unlucky, it's just a hair colour.
It's like if you get run over by a car, like how many people get run over by a car? Like those odds are pretty low. So is that lucky to get hit by a car, or is it unlucky? Like, what's the difference between luck and unlucky? It's just, I don't know.
I'm gonna say that's pretty unlucky, to be honest with you, if you get hit by a car.
Yeah, but is it not lucky?
No, it's just a smaller number, a lesser chance, which would make it even more unlucky. It's like being hit by thunder.
Yeah, but what's the difference between lucky and unlucky? Is it good and bad? Is that the only difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're the same thing.
I wouldn't say being ginger's bad, though.
Depends.
Look at Fred and George Weasley. They got a big shop.
If you fall off a cruise liner, they'll be able to find you easier, Sam.
Wait, what are you on about?
You said that it's not unlucky to be ginger. I said if he falls off a cruise ship,
oh yeah,
they'll be easier to see him. Like,
I thought there was a comment on there. I was about to say,
no. If I was a slug, to quote Carl Pilkington, I'd toss myself into the salt pot. But how would a slug know that salt killed them, though? You'd have to be a very intelligent slug to know that in the first place.
Yeah, so you'd have to be a really lucky slug.
Yeah, you'd have to be a lucky slug that was born with a human brain.
Were you ever good at anything other than reselling? I'd say I've been alright at a few things, but since I found reselling, that's what I found I was good at.
I've always been creative. That's about it. Creative, and I did tug of war as well. I was good at that, but that's because I was big and strong.
How are you doing with your weight loss? You still doing your?
Yeah, I'm still on my diet. This is the end of month 1 today, so I treated myself having McDonald's. That's not like that. Okay, that sounds crazy. Oh, I'm treating myself having McDonald's. That sounds stupid, right? But my diet is 1 meal a day. I literally eat. I've eaten English 1 meal a day for the last 30 days, and because it's the last 31 today. Because it's the last day of the month, that's my treat day. So that's the only day, the last day of the month's the only day I can get a fast food. So I had a McDonald's.
Lost?
I don't know. I don't weigh. The thing is, like, I used to do this diet and I'd weigh myself and then I'd plateau and then I'd fall off. Like, I'd plateau for a few days, like, oh, is it really worth it? And then I'd quit. And then I'd gain all the weight back. So this time, I'm not going on the scales. I'm staying away from the scales. I'm doing it all by... just like my clothes, how my clothes fit. Like, oh, that feels a little bit looser, you know. Ooh. Looking in the mirror, I was like, you know, jaws a bit more, you know, less round today than it was the other week. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and stay on until the end of lockdown. So whenever that is, it might be March, it might be June, depending on the government. Well, it might be April or May. I don't know. I gotta try and stay on as long as I can. But this month I'm incorporating steps. So last month, the first month of the weight loss was purely 1 meal a day. All I do 6 o'clock, I have my 1 meal. I cook me and my dad a meal, and that's it. That's all I eat. This month is 1 meal a day again, but with 5,000 steps a day. So I'll be using like the cross trainer I have, and I'll be getting to 5,000 steps every day as of tomorrow for the whole month. And then month 3, I'm gonna add like actual exercise, like 30 minutes a day for Monday to Friday.
When's our boxing match?
When you get good at boxing, I guess.
Oh, suppose is that.
Might take you a while. I saw the video of your last one.
I put that one up there just for a joke. That was my first ever K1 fight.
Mate, I'm surprised you both didn't knock each other out. You were both trash at fighting in that video. It was like watching a pair of fish out of water, like flailing around.
Oh,
like, I didn't know what was going on.
MMAs?
Have I seen what?
Any of my MMA fights?
Yeah, I watched the one where you got knocked out, Sparko.
Well, you wouldn't have seen that one. That one's not on YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
Knocked out Sparko? It was
Yep.
that against?
I don't know.
Oh, it might have been the one I had a seizure in.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
because you added me on Facebook on your MMA account or fighting account, and then I searched your whole name on YouTube, and it come up with that fight.
Oh, there's quite a few of my fights on YouTube. None of them are good ones, though.
Anyway, back into the reseller chat. Your sloth model is great. Oh yeah, I actually just put a thingy on. What's it called? Not a sealer, but like a primer, so I can paint it, because I just got paint. So I've just I got bored in lockdown, so I ordered some clay. It's called air dry clay. It just obviously dries in the air, obviously, which is why it's called air dry clay. But yeah, I made this. This is my first ever clay model I've ever done in my life. I thought I'd go big or go home, so I made a sloth sat on a log or on a tree. So yeah, now I've got to paint him. So his face is a little bit messed up, but I'll paint it up nice. But yeah, I just put a primer on it. It dries clear, and I have all the paint and everything. So yeah, I'll be painting that soon.
Adam, let me know who you think the fight should be.
I just got a load of
2 or 3 fights. Who's the matchups? Let's know what you got.
Make sure my address is not on there. But yeah, I got some paint brushes. They're probably trash, and I'll have to get some new ones. But
Stacey's been using paint
and then I got all the paints.
Do you paint shoes?
No, but I could with I think you can paint shoes with acrylic, right? And then you just put a sealer on.
Painting the bottom of the shoes to make them look better and white.
Oh, well, that's not going to last very long if he's painting the bottom of the shoe.
No, with actual shoe paint, not the bottom, but the edges, you know.
Oh right, yeah. Why can't you just clean them? I know people do like crazy designs on shoes. I don't know what type of paint they use, but I presume like after walking in painted shoes, they like crack and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Take that sloth off that tree. It looks iffy because it's not painted yet. And no, if your thing looks like this, mate, if what you're suggesting, if your thing looks like this, you need to go to the hospital like right away. Because that's broken, mate. What primer is clear ones good for cosplay? Good question. I got this stuff. It's called Liquitex Professional Acrylic Medium Clear Gesso. I don't know. It's backwards on the camera, so it costs £8, I think, for this tub. But I use like hardly any of it, so that will last like forever. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna paint that model, and then I might do like a charity auction and sell it off and give the money to charity. It'll probably sell for like 99p or something, but there we go. I don't know whether it would even make it in you'll fight KSI.
Yeah, of course I will.
You think
you would as well, wouldn't you? Surely you would.
Yeah, you know how much money I'd make? Hell yeah, I'd get in the ring with KSI. I'd knock him out as well.
I do think I would. I think I'd out cardio him.
I definitely would not out cardio KSI. I'd have to knock him out in like round 2, otherwise I'd be dead.
I personally think that both mine and KSI's fight style are quite similar. Both swing
Oh yeah.
pretty much.
He's like, mate, I'm swimming.
But I would definitely outswing him.
I'll just gut punch him, like, or right in the liver. I think a good liver shot, and he would be on the floor.
Left body shot, yeah. That's my favourite shot at the minute. Left body, left head. Bang, bang.
Right, I invest in Neo, Xpeng, Vanguard index funds and second-hand gaming console bundles. I'm a big follower of the FIRE movement, which ties in great with eBay. What's the FIRE movement? I don't know what that is.
Don't know what
it
that
changed
is
my life.
Did you see the stocks of GameStop? Did you see that whole thing?
Yeah.
That's not surprising. It might be worth looking at doing some stocks in some UK-based video game stores like CEX.
I made some money. No, that's not. No, they're not going to go after CEX. The reason why they did it was because of the hedge funds.
I don't know what hedge funds is.
I don't know if I want to get into like how this all works, but basically, like in the stock market, there's things called hedge funds, which is like loads of rich people, and they pool their money and they invest in stuff. And they were short in the stocks. Well, they weren't short on it. They were short on it, but they were like betting against the market. So if you invest in a stock, you want the stock to go up, right, to make profit, obviously.
Yeah.
But they bet on the stock failing, so that they'll put a bet on like, oh, this stock's gonna like drop this much and like fail this much in this period of time, and if it goes under, then they make a ton of money. So what happened was loads of hedge funds saw that GameStop was like dying. Basically, I think the stock was something really low, like $4 or something. So they like bet against the stock 120%, which is like more than you should even be able to do, I'm pretty sure. So what happened was people on Reddit were like, oh look, they've invested all their money in this. Wouldn't it be funny if we all invest in GameStop so the price goes up and then they lose all their money? So they did that, and then it like caught on, like the traction, like everyone was like, oh my god, it's actually working. So then thousands of people on Reddit started doing it, and then it started going up and up, and the more it went up, the more people joined in, and it went from like $5, I think, up to like $450. So this hedge fund that was betting on it failing now owes like billions of dollars. I think like $70 billion, like these hedge funds are in debt now. Yeah. And at a certain point, I think once their bet expires, like they have so long to like win or lose, if they like lose the bet, they're forced to buy the stocks at the price that they're at. So basically what happens is they like borrow stocks. They like they're borrowing stocks off. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm pretty sure they're like they're saying like we'll borrow 100% of the stocks or something, and then if we win, we'll get money, or if they fail, we have to purchase them or something. So they're getting forced. I think on Monday, I think over the weekend and Monday, they're being forced to buy all of their stocks. So apparently Monday, when the thing reopens, it's going to go up loads. But I don't know 100% how this all works. But yeah, the squeeze, as they call it. I'd love to knock out that Jake Paul guy. Save Conor McGregor one round of work.
Yeah, I think Jake Paul would finish me. It's better than he looks. No, I say better than he looks. Better than what you would have thought from a YouTuber. He does look good.
Well, he's had professional training, so he's going to be good to a degree. I still think JJ would beat him.
I don't think KSI would beat him.
I do.
No. When he beat Logan Paul.
You got to remember with Logan Paul, he's like 4 inches taller than Jake. So he had to fight a completely different fight against Logan Paul, who works just off his jab. Like Logan Paul has a crazy jab.
He has got a good jab, very stiff, but like, that's all he had.
Yeah, but he fights like a traditional boxer with that jab, but he doesn't unload with his right, which is his downfall.
He steps forwards with it. When he throws his right leg comes round as well, so he's got no power in his right.
I don't know. I think KSI would have a much better fight against Jake, just as the way that he fights.
I think that Jake would finish KSI.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think he would.
We'll have to wait and see, because
I'd like to see that one, mate. I'd like to fight KSI first for his little YouTube belt.
I don't think KSI is going to fight someone with 2,500 subs, unfortunately.
Oh well, I'd embarrass him. So
I'm not touching GameStop. Half of them will lose their money. Of course, it's going to crash. Of course, that stock's not worth more than like $20. Like it's way overpriced for sure. I miss boxing. Yeah, I miss going down the gym.
I miss going down to boxing gym.
Like the actual boxing gym, not just like a regular gym. Regular gym's boring.
I had somebody.
There's a different vibe in a proper boxing gym, like like the one I have here. Like there's a vibe that you don't get in a normal gym.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think it's a very friendly. Everybody's there to help each other sort of gym. Whereas a gym you go to work out, to lose weight, to do all of that, it's kind of like you're in it for yourself, and you might have a training partner with you.
Well, like a proper gym's like a vanity gym, isn't it? It's all like the skinny girls that go there to like tone up and stuff. It's all vanity. Like the you know, the guys that have like the six pack and that, they'll go there to show off and stuff. That's what I find anyway. And then like a boxing gym, you just have people that want to go like hit the bag, and then obviously you have the proper weightlifters, like the true weightlifters go to a boxing gym.
You have ex-criminals, ex-convicts boxing with police officers, and you've got a school teacher who's bloody boxing with children in there. It doesn't like it's all part for the sport. You're all in it together. It is a team. No matter how much when you go out and compete, you're an individual. When you go into the gym, you are a team, and you're there. Yeah, and boxing does teach respect. It teaches self-discipline, self-motivation. There's so much boxing does for you that the gym doesn't do for you.
You know what boxing teaches you the most? It's routine. Like a really good way to learn routine is boxing, I'd say.
We'll set up a little YouTube boxing fight night. I'll pay for it. Write that money off as a sponsorship thing.
We'll get who else can we get to fight? Get George Ross versus Nick Hills.
No, that'd be terrible. I got Nick Hills winning that anyway. Ex-police officer on the beat.
We can get Garage Flips versus what's that other one that does RA? Oh, the one that you watch. I forgot his name.
What? Chasing off the right price.
No, RVA Flips or whatever it is.
RVA Flips, yeah.
Get those two. They're about the same size each. They'll be the same weight category. They can fight each other.
Who's Sam fighting? Sam sells stuff.
Sam.
Go on, Sam. Call someone
sells
out.
Stuff versus. I don't know who could fight Sam. He'd fight himself. Just put a mirror in there. He'll blind himself in the mirror. I'm joking. I'm sorry, Sam.
Yeah, look, Rich Hitch says ex-copper Nick is gonna have some moves. Yeah, of course he is.
Well, we'll do MMA then. It would take George down with like some body tackle or something. Get him in an armbar.
Adam says this is another little drama thing that's going on recently.
Oh, God.
Where is it gone again? Money Mental versus
God.
Venture.
Man, drama's so stupid. I hate drama so much. I like to like we did earlier. We spoke about like what happened kind of without like targeting it to anyone. I like talking about the topics that come from drama, but not the actual drama. Does that make sense? I literally do not care for drama at all.
As in talking the closed palette. But that was another closed palette thing. That was a closed bucket, not a palette.
Yeah, I told him this in the Discord because he advertised his mystery box in the Discord, and I shut it down. I was like, no, we're not doing that here. I think if you're, and again, regardless of who it was that was trying to sell in the, never mind. Regardless of that, I don't think anyone should sell mystery boxes.
I didn't sell a mystery box. I gave you a mystery box.
No, that's different. I'm talking about like actually trying to market and sell a mystery box. I feel like if you're trying to sell something mystery, it's because the stuff in it is not worth what you're selling it
Yeah.
for.
I believe that a lot of the stuff I sent you was probably shit and thrown away. But I'm sure you found some nice bits in there as well.
The what did I can't remember how much of it I listed. I listed a few bits. The horse went up for about £50. It's not sold yet, but it will do. I kept the game cartridge, the little, I can't remember what it was. It's like chameleon on it, or something, Rex or something. I can't remember. Gex, that's it. Yeah. There was the little the RAF medical pin in there. That was like 20 quid. I can't remember if that's gone or not. There was some other bits in there, but yeah, a lot of it didn't end up getting listed, but it was for fun, and you didn't sell that to me. There's a difference. Like
I think you paid like £1.50 for postage.
It's like blind bags, kind of, but like the difference is between like a Pokemon pack is you know that there's Pokemon in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I believe that buying a Pokemon packet is like buying a scratch card. It really is like a...
I guess it is gambling, but you have... Yeah, but with a scratch card, it's all or nothing. That's the thing.
Yeah, same with Pokemon cards. Although the cards you get...
Not really, because the intention of Pokemon is to play the game. The intention of Pokemon's not to sell it for money. Obviously now it's involved into that because they're nostalgia and stuff.
With the old stuff, all the old Pokemon stuff, you cannot play them. They're no longer in rotation. So obviously, if you did play them, say like in an expanded format, you're back then drilled in, whatever you want to call it, in an expanded format, then those cards are going to be so irrelevant. It's just
but they weren't. That's the thing. They weren't at the time when they come out at the time.
The value for them is because of the nostalgia, and that is the only reason that they're worth that much. All the newer cards, which are played in the expanded and standard formats, they can be worth money because of the value of their playability.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they weren't printed as like a make money. They were printed for like a game. There's difference.
No, I disagree.
But that's like saying like Monopoly. Like you open a Monopoly and it has like you can sell the bits out of it, you know.
But you say that, but then they printed a set called Evolutions, which was the first ever base set, and a few other cards from like Jungle and whatever, all reprinted on newer cards. So it was the same card as back then, couple a bit more HP, but still an irrelevant card. Irrelevant, you can't play it. But they brought that out for nostalgia reasons and for money reasons, I believe.
Yeah, they probably bought it out for money reasons for themselves, but their intention wasn't let's sell these so people can open them up and try and make money off them. I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. I don't work for Nintendo or whoever does Pokemon. It's Nintendo, right? That owns Pokemon.
There we go. Rally Roots sell proper good mystery boxes. They sell entire Goodwill hauls for cost price. There's nothing in it for them, then. I don't see the point in doing that. See, yeah, I agree with you where you were saying earlier about with resellers selling a reseller's box because they're in it to resell that reseller's box.
No, but I disagree. I disagree here. I disagree. There's two different things. There's mystery box and reseller boxes. But it's the way you present them. Like if I had a load of like if I just bought like a massive bundle of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I spent, let's just say, £1,000, and I know that 10 items in there are gonna get me 2 times my money, and the rest is all like loads of stuff that I can't be bothered to list. So I've like doubled my money or 3 times my money on these big items, easy peasy. Now I've got all this stock left over. What I would probably do is sell reseller boxes at a really good price. However, they wouldn't be mystery. I would put the stuff in the box and I would number the box and I would make a video, say this is box number 1, this is what's in it. It's £20. If you want it, you can buy it. Here's box 2, here's what's in it. It's £20. If you want it, you can buy it. And it would be like maybe they would triple their money or quadruple their money or whatever. It saves me listing it. I'm getting my money back, but they're seeing what's in it. I think that's different, and that's a good way to do it. But to just like throw some stuff in the box, seal it up, and go mystery box number 1, £20. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure Craig's Hunter did that. He got a load of tool stuff in like a couple years ago, and he did reseller boxes, but he like showed what's in there. Like he was like, there's going to be 3 drill bits, there's going to be 2 chop saws, there's going to be 5 screwdrivers, you know, and he sold it at a really good price so resellers could double, triple, quadruple their money or whatever it was, but they knew what they were getting. But I don't know. Do you guys agree or disagree in chat?
I disagree with resellers selling these bundles.
Oh, apparently Rally Roots is for charity, which is fine.
What I mean by that is Stacey bought one of them crate boxes of vintage clothing, and it was all like high street brands, and it wasn't very good. And as a reseller, he's probably going to make his money back and a tiny little bit more. But as a reseller, a reseller has sold him that, so is, you know, they knew that when they sent it. So I just personally think that was unfair.
Yeah, mystery boxes are a tough one because I don't know. I feel like there's always ill intent when you're selling a mystery box. That's why it's mystery in the first place, because you're trying to like get a maximum out of something to where they're not going to want to return it. But
I'll tell you what I do. I do sell mystery Pokemon packs. So it's like a bundle of Pokemon cards. I think it's like 100 or 200 cards in it.
Yeah, but again, that's different.
But in that, I can tell you that you've got your money plus some more. It's not going to be a resale value. It's not going to be like, I'm going to go off and buy that bundle there
to make profit. You're buying it because
I'm going to go buy that bundle there for fun. It's like buying a packet of Pokemon cards for fun.
But that's the same like I'm selling Lego in like 1 kilo bags. That's like the same thing. Like I'm not guaranteeing what's in that bag. It's Lego and it weighs a kilo. That's kind of what you're doing. You're doing like 50 or 100 cards or whatever. Maybe there's like
my Lego kilos. I always throw a figurine in there. I keep all the figurines separate.
Yeah.
I list it as 1 kilo of official Lego, and then in the description I'll say it could be anything from vintage to newer sets, but it is just actual official Lego, and there's guaranteed at least 1 minifigure. And then every time I sell one, I throw one of them bags in the boxes with a little baggie of a figurine in there, tape it up, and it goes out the door.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I pulled all my I pulled all of my figures out, minifigs out. I filtered them, so they're all in bits though, because there was like torsos and legs and heads and stuff.
Make up random men. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be. You know,
I might do that. I'll see, because it's like they've only been up for a week and none of them are sold yet. So maybe I'll do that. I'll put in the title like 1 free minifig per bag or something.
A guaranteed minifigure in every pack. Just thinks
but I just put in there that there was like no guarantee that there would be a minifig, because I mean I filtered it the best I could, but there's still definitely some in there. But
I'll tell you what, my missus, she's been trying to find bundles of clothing, and obviously I'm like, well, if you see them on YouTube, don't buy them ones. It's just worth staying away. So we've been looking for bundles of clothing because that's what she wants to get into. And she's going to be at home for the next 2 weeks after her operation.
What sort of clothing she want to do though? Like women's, men's, vintage?
I think she wants to do women's branded clothing, like not high street brands, like decent branded clothing, and that's all she wants to do.
How long do you think vintage is going to go on for? Because like the end of like the 20s?
I don't know.
Because the fashion changes every 10 years, right? That's pretty much. It's like every is 10 years is a decade, right? Or is that no?
Oh, you've stitched me up now. I've got to pack that lava lamp up for you.
Oh yeah, good.
Polybag.
Thank you, dare. I'll come fight you off camera if you do that.
Polybag.
No video evidence of that one. Mate, I'm gonna make a video like, did Joe's lava lamp arrive in one piece? Like, so you better pack it.
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna throw in a couple of extra lava lamps just because you told me you're making a video on it.
Oh god, yeah, do actually, yeah. I wouldn't recommend this seller, guys, but you sent me a free lava lamp. A decade is 10 years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like fashion trends change every like 10 years. So in 10 years, are we gonna want like the same stuff? Like, is everyone gonna want like Kappa and Reebok and Fila or Fila, whatever it's called anymore? Like, you have to like work like ahead of. If I knew what was going to be fashionable in 10 years, like vintage wise, I'd be buying it all now. Why no one's buying it? But...
yeah, but if you knew what was fashionable, like, you know, if you go back in time, you'd store up Pokemon cards, wouldn't you? I would.
Yeah, but like
that's on the playground, and I'll offer everyone £5 for their Charizards.
That's the thing though. But would you have dipped? Like, if you knew that in 2020 that pack was going to be 100 grand, but you were still in 2010 and it was worth £1,000, would you have sold it? Like, oh, £1,000, I got 50 of these packs. Oh, I could do with some money. £1,000 sounds good, but in 10 years it's 100 grand. You would have sold them. I bet you would have sold them.
It depends really, because I do store things at the moment for future value. So like, I've got a couple of copies of this Pokemon related again, Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64. Because if you don't know, the Switch is actually in progress of making a copy of Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch.
I don't even know what Snap is.
It's where you go around and you take pictures of Pokemon. And the value of that game currently sits around £15 to £20. And I think when they release this new game, I think the price will skyrocket on that game. It'll go up for 50, 60 quid. So I'm storing them away just to see what happens. Because £15 isn't going to make much difference to me now. But what could be £30 now could be £120 in a couple of months' time. So I do stash things away for future purposes. And the Pokemon cards that's going to come back, I'm going to sell some to recoup the costs. But then I'm going to stash the rest away. And it could be another 25 years before I sell them, 50th anniversary. But they will increase in value on time.
That's mad. Everyone that grew up with Pokemon in another 20 years are going to be like 40, 50, maybe even 60.
They're going to be on retirement money. They're just going to want things.
Or everyone's completely broke because COVID went on for another 10 years.
Well, when I'm 50 or 60, I'm going to be a Pokemon master with 60 Charizards.
COVID 12 is the new variant. Everyone's walking around in gas masks, plastic bags. That's the fashion. It's the plastic bag, the one-use plastic bag clothing. Everyone has like the shower on their front door. You walk through the door, it showers you off.
But I think, it's just, obviously investing for the future. You can't have a guarantee what's going to happen in the future, but you kind of know that toys are going to sell better over Christmas, so you know which ones will be better at Christmas. So it's always worth keeping them bits aside sometimes.
Yeah, I wonder what like craze is going to come back like into fashion, and like a toy craze is going to come back.
Beyblades. That's my prediction.
You reckon?
Beyblades. Obviously, Yu-Gi-Oh! These are all the...
Are they still in production, Beyblades? Are they still a thing?
They are still a thing. People still produce them.
I remember that back in school. We had this like table. It was like a bench, right, with a seat on both sides, and then it had like the plastic top on top, and it was like the street. Like, do you remember that like rug that everyone had, and it was like the street?
Yeah.
It was like that, but plastic version on top. And then around the outside it had like a metal like barrier kind of thing. So it was like the perfect Beyblade arena. So every lunchtime this was in primary school, we'd go to that one bench. It was like inside this little like wooded area. Yeah, you'd just hear, like, you'd walk over and you'd just hear 3, 2, 1, let it rip, and then like it was like, and some kid's dad made metal pieces like with a grinder. So he had like metal blades like coming out, and they were blooming sharp. So that, like, they had to ban it in our school. Like, it was crazy. His thing was like mental. Like, you'd rip it and it would just hit someone else's, and theirs would just explode. Like, it would just like blow them up. Like, and then there'd be like pieces like flying everywhere. And then what else did they ban? Those little like rubber. It was like a rubber ball with like a like rubber handle, and people would like do this with them. And
Oh
then
yeah.
they like had spikes on the end, like rubber spikes. Do you remember that?
No, well, I don't know now. I thought you were on about like a, bat and ball thing.
No. It was like a. You remember those things you squeeze and like they pop out? It's like
Yeah.
they like bolt. It's like one of them on like the same kind of material, like long string, and like you'd have it, you'd like walk around. It was weird, but they had to ban them because people were swinging them and then like lassoing people. Like, you'd be walking along and someone would lasso your neck and it would like spin around your neck like 4 times and then like go the other way and like whip off. But it like got caught on someone's neck and they were like choking on it. So yeah, they had to ban them. Clackers were banned, but that was way before our time. But then they brought back clackers, didn't they? I remember that. They brought back clackers, like a new version. I don't know. They banned so much stuff in our school. Jacks. I don't remember what jacks are. It was like a plastic string thing with a... I don't know.
Life Redesigned is asking the question, is it a thing to buy unopened Pokemon cards? Yeah. It's a thing to store boxes away for future purposes. But really, you don't really know what sets are going to be worth money.
Lawn darts is just a stupid idea in the first place. I don't know how that ever, like... past quality control. Like, that, let's make a massive spike that kids throw around in the garden. That's not going to end badly, is it? Like, kids end up with like a spike in their foot.
What will be the next best thing? Think about it, because obviously the next generation is a generation after us. What were they into? Think. So I'm 1990.
Google crazes.
In the noughties.
When did Pokemon come out? 2005. So look up.
Pokemon come out in 1995.
1995. Sorry. So yeah, look up crazes in 2005, and then that'll be what comes around next.
Maybe.
It was all Club Penguin then, mate. Like Club Penguin, wasn't it?
I might re-download that then.
It's gone, mate. Disney shut it down.
I don't even remember it. I've never played it.
I never played it. I was Habbo. I played Habbo and RuneScape.
I can't say I played any of them either. I can't say I was ever much of a gamer. Played Pokemon on the Game Boy.
Let me look up crazes of 2005. You watch. We're going to predict this, and then it's going to happen. Oh, you were right. Beyblade. That was 2005, dude.
Yes.
Platform flip-flops. Bratz dolls. So buy your Bratz dolls. Although they're still expensive, so...
They're not that expensive. No.
Pink and blue Burberry. Okay, that's a fashion thing. Shrugs, where the sweaters that weren't... I don't know what that is. Beaded jewelry. So there you go. Beaded jewelry. Hang on. The flip phone.
Oh, yeah.
The Razor was 2005, so they are actually bringing back a new Razor. So this list already is pretty accurate. The Nokia ringtones. Everyone's going to bring back the Nokia ringtones. Messing up your Converse with pens and paint. There you go. That's coming back round.
Converses will be back in then.
Oh, I just unmuted this. There you go. Oh god, no! The highlighted tipped haircut. Please don't bring that back. That's so awful.
Do you remember the fringe? Just the fringe. Like,
Heelys.
But I mean, it wouldn't ever work on me. I got receding hairlines. But you just have just a fringe, and that's it. Everything else was cut.
Heelys. Apparently Heelys were 2005. Music on an iPod Nano. I don't think that's going to come back, to be honest.
iPod Nano's still in.
Velour tracksuits, those like fluffy pink ones. Oh, they're so ugly. I think Katie Price used to wear them. She used to have like slut on her bum or something. Topping up your cell phone. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Calls on a landline. Okay, no. Blockbuster Video. We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
bring back rented videos. That would be pretty funny if that happened.
No, that wouldn't. They would never do that. But they might do something like a like a nostalgia shop kind of
A
thing.
baby G watch, whatever that is. Clunky plastic watches that took up too much space on your arm. Okay, I'll be looking out for those.
They were called toy. When they called toy watches.
I don't know. It says baby G, whatever that means. Trucker caps. Everyone seemed to be wearing Von Dutch trucker caps. This might be an American list because we don't really have. Oh my god, those charitable wristbands, those rubber things.
Do you ever get shag bands?
We had shag bands, yeah, and then you'd snap one.
Invest in them.
Do you remember that, like snapping someone's shag band in school?
Yeah, you had like the black one, which means you had to like kiss them or something if you snapped it, or like the green one where you had to like suck their left toe or something.
I think that was like a 1 or 2 year thing, so everyone in chat's gonna be like, "What are you on about?"
Yeah, I'm definitely buying them though. I'm gonna go off and buy some from China and wait, sit on them, put them all on, and just sit there with my arm out in front of my missus.
Uggs were 2005, so look out for Uggs, although they're still really expensive.
I'll tell you what, there's a person local to me who's selling them.
Crazy frog. Imagine if that comes back round. Bling, ding, 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 bling, ding, ding, ding.
I think Jay from the In-Betweeners is the best Crazy Frog.
Online chat rooms, we have that again. That's Discord, mate. Fake glasses.
Glasses with no eyes in, yeah.
Yep. LimeWire. Oh god, I remember that.
What was it?
LimeWire, the thing where you download music from.
Oh yeah.
Illegally.
But that's not going to be something that's going to come back, is it? That's
no, but these are the trends of 2005, so we're going through them. Distressed jeans. There we go. That'll be one.
What about the year 2000? What were the trends from the year 2000?
Let's have a look. The Cha-Cha Slide.
What then?
Cha-Cha Slide was 2000. It's all music.
It's right, toy trends instead then.
Toy crazes. Most popular toy of 2000. Oh no. 18 must-have toys in the noughties. Here we go. Beyblades. Polly Pockets. They're still hot. Yeah, inflatable chairs. Ooh.
No, they won't come back.
Tamagotchis. They're still worth bank.
Yeah, if it's official.
Dude, if they come back, James is rich. I'm pretty sure he has loads of them.
Who is?
Doesn't James collects have loads? I know that
the Game Boy are awesome. He collects them.
Yeah, that's it. Stretch Armstrong, dude. I want to find a Stretch Armstrong in the wild.
Do you know what? If you get one from the noughties, they tend to be stiffened up.
Oh really?
They tend to be ruined, yeah.
Bop It, they're still good. Heelys again. Nintendogs. Everyone buy Nintendogs quick.
So
Game Boy.
Like the early stage of
Teletubbies. They've already come back around though. They made a new series. Dance mats, yeah.
Tweenies.
Pokemon cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Robo Sapien.
I reckon Yu-Gi-Oh cards would be hot soon.
Furbies. I got a load of Furbies ready to sell. Bob the Builder.
See, that's the thing. These are the things that are worth money now as well. So there's no point holding on to them.
Yeah, but if they're all of a sudden there's going to be a rush on them.
But the way you got to think about it is, if let's say it's worth 20 quid now, and then 5 years time it's worth £100. What can you turn that £20 into in five years?
A lot.
Exactly. So,
and also, by the time inflation's happened, you've your £100 probably not even the same as what your 20 quid was 5 years previous.
But what I was saying there is, it's a better investment to sell it, spend that money, buy more stuff and sell that, and spend that money, buy more stuff and sell that. Your money will be higher, a lot higher, because I started on 20 quid less than 2 years ago, 25. And I've sat on, like, obviously with the Pokemon cards and all of my stock combined, about 130 to 150,000 pounds worth of stock. So
Daniel says he wants to cosplay a horror Teletubby. What would they even be? Like, you have a telly on your tummy and then like it starts playing like murder movies. You got like blood dripping out of your mouth.
Off of the skull.
Imagine like you're a Teletubby and then like your eye falls out, the TV turns on, it's like Chucky, like laughing like her, and then like a knife pops out in your hand and you're just like Teletubbies. Still wear Uggs. Had mine since 18. Jesus.
I'll send you something in the Discord. I just got to find it.
I hate Heelys. When I saw a girl nearly go into pool key. What's that? Is that like a water like pool or something? Yeah, my shopping centre has lots of like hills like inside the shopping centre. It's on like different levels and like there's like massive ramps. And they used to have, the tiles that they used to have were like smooth like all the way down. So back like 10 years ago, you'd get kids and you just see it like Heely down the hill, and then like the little mall cop would like run after him like no Heelys, no Heelys, and they'd like be running away. It's like But like they changed all the tile in there now, so you wouldn't be able to Heely. Like it'd be like because there's like the small tiles. Right. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm quite good. I want to go downstairs and have a little sleep on the sofa.
It's 8:45, mate. You baby. Why are you going to bed?
Well, got a busy day tomorrow, and I got somebody coming into work for me tomorrow.
A new employee?
It's second shift for this guy.
All
I
right.
think like this guy might be the person who I might be taking on.
What's his job then? Packing or photoing or?
He's listing. He's a nerd though. You know.
Is
perfect.
he listing to live or is he listing to what's it called?
Drafts. List drafts.
Okay.
List drafts, and I'll check it all. But I haven't found a problem with any of his drafts, any of his research. All looks on point, and he knows a lot more than I do about things like Star Wars. He can pick up a figure and go, "This is this character from this episode," and then he'll be able to find it like that. Whereas I would look at it and I'd have to use Google search to find it, and it'll take me half an hour to find a figure that he can list in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's good. I'd like to get an employee at some point once I've moved out from where I'm at now.
And on his first day, he listed 50 drafts.
Jesus, is he going to be outlisting your capabilities?
Well, no, I could do 100, 150 a day if I sat there and done it, and if it is all smalls, I can do that. That's quite easy on a like 12-hour day.
I mean, like, is he going to list more than you're going to be able to bring in? But then again, you're probably able to get more than 50 a day.
What, 50 items? I've probably got about 1,000 items in my death pile.
Are you going to get him to do photo? Are you going to teach him photos so he can do the whole thing? Like, you can just source at that point?
The thing is, he doesn't. You see, now what you're saying by listing drafts is make the draft up and then put the item to the side for a picture. He doesn't do that. He does it all on the phone. So he'll make the draft, take the pictures of the item, good pictures, and then save that for later. And then I'll go through them all and check them. Be like, yep, price is on point. Or I won't even research all of the prices. I did to start with, like the first 5 or 6, I was researching them. I was like, yes, spot on, good prices, mid-range asking price. We're not asking too high, we're not asking too low, according to the recently solds. So yeah, I was quite happy. Obviously done this before, which he does. He sells his own stuff at home on eBay.
So what? It's probably personal. What are you paying, like hourly or like per listing or?
£10 an hour. He's 17. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I never had a £10 an hour job.
I haven't either, but I don't believe.
I had a what was my last job? Like 9.
What is the difference between like £8 an hour and £10 an hour? Apart from a happy employee with good money that they could go off, they could pay their taxes on and still have a good chunk of money. Do you know what I mean? Because if we got £10 an hour, we'd have to go off and pay our taxes on that. So you're ending up with £8 an hour anyway.
Check your Instagram. I just sent you a picture. Is this my Instagram? Boom, boom, boom. It is my Instagram. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Cool.
What was
now
it?
I'm going to have nightmares. Pictures of murder Teletubbies. Fantastic.
Check your Discord, Emma. Send you a message.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. What videos you got coming up next? Lots of...
Tomorrow.
I just
got my sales video. I've got a cheeky little bit. You want to watch it? It's not going to be mentioned or anything like that. But I've got a little plan for a funny in the video, and it's something that when I think about it, it makes me laugh. So I'm going to be doing that. And then on Tuesday.
Hi Ben, welcome.
Oh yeah, Tuesday, I'm going to be starting a video, but this video is not going to be out until next week. But I'm going to pack the same item, same similar item. It's all going to be like China ornaments, all packed really well. And I'm going to have like 5 different parcels. I'm going to send one through Royal Mail, one through Hermes, one through UPS, one through TNT, and one through Parcel Force.
Do you want to team up on that and send them to me, and then I'll unbox them and film it, and then send you the video?
So I can actually open them up as well.
Oh, okay.
Do the whole video. You like the idea, though, didn't you?
Yeah. I was thinking you could send them to me. I'll film me opening them, and then send you the footage, and then you could be like.
I thought if I sent them to Stacey to his home address, then he'll just be able to bring them into work for me.
But they're not going very far, then, no, are they? They're not like going across the country.
Well, what about if I send them to you and then you just send them back?
Send them to me in one of the parcels. Put an envelope with return labels, and I'll stick them all on.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Well, I can send them all to you in one parcel, and then when they get to you, you can pull them all out, and then literally send them straight back out because they'll have the labels on already.
If you sent them all in one parcel, then you've not sent them through different couriers, have you?
No, I suppose, yeah. Then it could be yeah, you'd have to do it. Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, because then at least they're coming like a full way. Like if you send them just to Stacey, they're gonna go to the local depot and get delivered the next day. Bish bash bosh. They're all gonna come back perfect unless someone seriously messes up. I'm missing charity shops, CARBOOTs, but I've honestly found some really good deals on Gumtree, Facebook. Yeah, me too. I found some crazy contacts as well during this lockdown, which is nice. I don't know what they do, but yeah. And then I got that big one coming on Monday or Tuesday that you know about, Joe. So that would be nice. That would be a nice video. And then maybe I'll get some more stuff off him again in the future. Steal your contacts,
I think that's closed down now. I think that's him out of stuff.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because I bought his rack in. And I bought a load of it. Well, I bought his rack in. Lauren bought the stock off of him. And then the only stuff he's got left was the stuff that you bought.
He tried selling me a filing cabinet.
Did it? Oh, yeah, but that's heavy duty, that one.
Yeah, he was like, I got a filing cabinet. Do you want to buy that? I was like, nope. Not at all. No, I have two. I have two that I need to get rid of. Because when I first started, my storage was 2 filing cabinets.
This was my first room in here. I can't say I had much. I can't remember. Sure, I can't remember back that long ago. I'm gonna watch some of my really old videos, see what I was like.
My reselling, I was in the kitchen of my last house, and I had I first started off with my bedroom, this cabinet here, my side unit to my bed. I filled up those 3 drawers with little tiny stuff, gaming bits, that kind of stuff. Then I moved my operation downstairs in my last house to the dining room, which was like at the extension of the kitchen. And then I got 2 filing cabinets from a charity shop for £15, like nice wooden ones, and I filled those up.
Is that your house then? Is it?
This house now. This is a different house. No, it's rented. But the last house I was in, is where I was before. So I had the 2 filing cabinets, and my only storage other than that was what I could fit on top. So that's why I got into board games, because they were flat and they could stack. So I got into board games and puzzles, and then like it reached the roof, and then I got a racking unit from Costco in there, and then I ended up with 2 racking units from Costco in there. So I don't know how that happened, but I ended up fitting 2 in there. And then I moved to this house the day lockdown happened, March 23rd, I think it was. Lockdown happened that night, midnight, and I moved in here, and then I got another 2 units, and then I got one for my packing room as well. But yeah, my storage space like quadrupled when I moved into this house in March, so that was good.
I think last March is March. Yeah, last March I built my shed.
I remember that, and you was in it for a day.
Yeah, no, I was in it for 2 weeks before I outgrew it. I thought it was bigger than it was.
How did you not know how big it was? You measured it on video.
Yeah, I measured it all. I didn't take the height into consideration, so my racking couldn't go all the way to the top. I had to make it smaller.
Ooh, yeah, that sucks. You're still in that same house, right?
Yeah, still in the same house, yeah.
See, because that's like, you got that level, right? And then the drop, right?
Yeah.
And then the garden. You could put like a platform on the drop bit and then have a larger one that extends out.
Summer's coming, I might end up buying some of them things off of you and just building myself a nice one in there.
What things?
The things you got coming.
Oh, right, yeah.
That and a jacuzzi. You
still got the shed then?
Yeah, the shed's still there.
Yeah.
No point get rid of it. I still use it for storage. Do you know what? You've just reminded me. I've got a lot of stock in there.
Right, that's I want a 5% commission on that found stock. Thank you very much for reminding you about it.
Literally, there's quite a lot of stock in there. Quite a lot, like CD players. And... yeah, I forgot.
Do you want to sell some to me, mystery box and all that?
I'm not doing a mystery box.
Well, tell me what's in there first, then.
Tell me exact value.
I actually just sold a load of stock through YouTube because like I said, I bought loads of stock, and then there was a load of like kids board games and puzzles and that in there that I didn't want to deal with. It's worth listing, so I just put up a community post saying I'm selling this cheap if anyone wants it.
I saw that, yeah.
And I sold it for £10 plus shipping. It's worth way more than that, but it's just too much for me to deal with. Like, I'm listing the best stuff, you know.
Items, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want 20 extra listings. So someone that was in need, I put up the post saying if anyone's desperate for stock. I've not looked up the prices of any of this. It's not like trash stock I've listed and now I don't want it anymore. It's just I don't have the time or the patience to list this kind of stuff. Does anyone want it? And he was the first one to message me. He sent me the money, and yeah, I'm shipping it off to him tomorrow. So hopefully that helps him out. He got a good deal. I think it come to £16 total with postage for like 30. I think it's like 25, 30 games, puzzles, or board games, or whatever it is. So yeah, he should be able to at least triple his money on that for sure. Quadruple his money, I'd say. Because even if they're like 30 quid each, that's like £120. So anyway, I can tell that you're desperate to go for your little nap, you little baby. So we'll end today's. Oh, we might have a guest next week if they message me back. So that would be nice. I'll let you know who it is after the stream. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining. If you joined through Instagram today, thank you. I did put a Instagram out about today's show, so that was awesome if you popped in from there. If you're new, do subscribe. If you're not new, please stay subscribed.
Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button as well.
Yeah, thank you all for the thumbs up, and yeah, we will see you again soon. Hopefully this week I end up putting out some videos. I have like 6 videos that I've just not finished editing, so I've not put out a video in like 2 weeks because I've just been procrastinating and, to be honest, working damn hard to like get my sales back up from the beginning of January because they sucked 2 weeks ago. Well, now I'm doing okay, so I might have some extra time to edit. So yes,
I'll be pushing out content every day, and I'll be doing the podcast again on Wednesday. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Yeah, let me know what you think.
Subscribe to Closet Geek on YouTube. His name is on the screen, so make sure you do that. And his eBay's there as well if you want to go have a look. And yeah. What?
I didn't see it. I didn't notice that. I can see it now. Yeah.
Huh. See how I did it? Because it wouldn't fit on, so I just used the eBay logo as the beginning of your link.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Right. That's it, guys. We'll see you again next week. Thanks
Cheers,
for watching.
guys.
Bye.
Cheers, then.